One of the most taboo subjects in American culture is the assassination of a sitting U.S. president. At the time of this recording, 4 American presidents have been assassinated while in office: Abraham Lincoln, James A. Garfield, William McKinley, and John F. Kennedy. While discussion of these events isn't necessarily taboo, that quickly changes when the active president is brought up. Though the United States of America is quite braggadocious about the free speech rights that it holds, these types of talks can often lead to consequences, such as censorship in media.
I don't rap with dead presidents. I'd rather see the president dead. It's never been said, but I set precedent. I don't rap with dead presidents. I'd rather see the president dead. It's never been said, but I set precedent.
Or to the point of even joking about such things that can get you visited by the Secret Service itself. Even fictional media, like the 2006 movie Death of a President, this depicts an alternate reality that saw George W. Bush assassinated while in office, and what would likely precede that event would be banned in the United States due to the subject matter. The taboo nature of the content hasn't stopped people from creating things that feature such an event. Fallout New Vegas is one such piece of media. New Vegas isn't the first Fallout game to entertain the idea of killing a president, but it is the only one to make a full-blown story arc out of it, not to mention how it is executed. Hoover Dam is the setting for this political snafu, and Fallout New Vegas allows the player to approach the quest from multiple angles. The NCR, who have loose control over the dam at the time, are planning a visit from their president, Kimball. Of course, their goal is to ensure the protection of the president at all costs. The Legion, however, has different plans. If the player had been running errands for Caesar, they would be asked to take out Kimball once he arrives.
The profligates have prepared a welcome gift for us. The president of the NCR intends to visit Hoover Dam.
In the quest Arizona Killer, the courier is tasked with assassinating President Kimball during his visit to Hoover Dam. This is also an achievement for the game, so those looking to 100% Fallout New Vegas will have to go through this questline to do so. The courier will meet up with Cato, who will give them an NCR trooper uniform and suggest planting a bomb on Bear Force 1, the presidential vertibird.
So you're the big shot that Caesar put in charge of this mission. I've heard about you. You've got quite the reputation already. Well, let's get down to business. Once we get started, we're going to be on a tight schedule. Are you ready to do this? Good. Now Kimball is scheduled to give his speech tomorrow. We'll rest here tonight and talk over the plan first thing in the morning. Get some sleep. You got a big day ahead of you.
This will be no easy task, as higher-ranked NCR Rangers can see through the courier's flimsy disguise. Once preparations are complete, Cato can be found in the crowd awaiting the president. Speaking with him and telling him that you're ready will trigger Bear Force 1 to enter the area and land at the dam. The courier is given a variety of options to complete this mission, like rigging the anti-aircraft gun to shoot the vertibird on sight, or having that same gun explode next to Kimball during the speech. There are so many methods to use when approaching this task. Still, I'm going to focus on the traditional sniping plan in this video, as it gives a more personal feel to the mission and most resembles the reality of this type of situation. Using a long-range weapon, the courier can find a couple of good spots to get the job done. One is on top of the observation tower behind the stage. This is guarded by an NCR Ranger sharpshooter that must be dealt with using stealth, and the other is a rocky ridge in front of the visitor center. After finding the right spot, it's pretty straightforward from here. President Kimball will arrive, and the courier can take the shot when they feel ready. Best to let the guy get some of the speech out first.
And it is because of you that I am able to do so.
Then it's back home to Rome Daddy to get compliments and Legion points. This will inevitably weaken the NCR army and motivate the Legion. Though the NCR will have a new president in no time, there is a clear protocol for this. On the flip side of things, if the courier has been catering to the NCR, Mr. House, or Yes Man, Kimball must be protected at all costs. NCR's reasons are pretty obvious. They want the president alive because he's their moral leader. His presence inspires them, for the most part. Though he is criticized, he is respected among the ranks. Mr. House and Yes Man insist that Kimball stay alive so that he can act as a scapegoat for NCR losing the Battle of Hoover Dam. And this brings us to the quest. You'll know it when it happens. Speaking with Ranger Grant will kick everything off.
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out. This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from people we can trust. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start, we'll be on a strict timetable. Are you ready? Good. The President doesn't arrive until tomorrow. Get some rest. I'll brief you in the morning. Glad you could join us. Most of my men are already on duty, and the crowd has already started gathering outside. We've got a busy day ahead of us. The plan is to get through today without the shit hitting the fan. So I'll be overseeing the security team personally, and keeping in constant contact with people over the radio. It's a good bet that the Legion is gonna try something today, so we have to be prepared for anything. We'll do whatever it takes to get the President through this visit in one piece. We trust you, so you're free to have your weapons. Just don't do anything too crazy, and we'll back you up. Security detail consists of Rangers stationed here at the dam. Some will keep an eye on the crowd while others will watch the perimeter. Snipers and sharpshooters have been assigned to key locations, and we also have a special canine unit sniffing out members of the crowd. I've also locked down access to critical locations, such as the landing platform on the visitor center. I have a full itinerary here. Here you go. The Legion will definitely try something. We don't have any solid leads yet. I'd almost expect something direct from them, but given the circumstances, there's a possibility of something more subtle, like sabotage. But since we don't have anything solid, we'll just have to keep our eyes out for anything out of the ordinary. Someone like you, I'm just glad to have you on board. Do whatever you can. Security sweeps, talk to people, keep an eye out.
He will give the courier permission to do a security sweep, checking around the place to make sure everything is running smoothly. For the most part, we are monitoring the things that we would have done for the Legion side. There will be a bomb placed on the vertibird by an engineer, someone will attempt the same shot from the observatory tower, and we will also get a visit from a Legion assassin disguised as an engineer. These can be foiled before we give the all-clear for President Kimball to arrive. With these options, we are gifted with Kimball's speech.
Thank you, my fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I have come here, and it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privileges because you take the greatest of risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifices. It is because of men and women like Private First Class Jeremy Watson that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free and secure. Born in a tin shack on the outskirts of one pine, Jeremy Watson never had it easy. His father worked as a caravan guard on the short loop, and his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world as a prospector. They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood of War. Like our mighty Sierra Nevadas, they endured. But the time came when they could no longer shoulder the burden alone. 12 years ago, they called out for help, and the Republic heard them. Troopers, Rangers, just like you, answered the clarion call. Men and women stepped forward to say, I will carry the weight. And at Owens Lake, we made true on our promise, driving out the raider tribes to establish a lasting peace in the eastern Sierra Nevadas. We carried the weight, and though we left behind many of our brothers and sisters on that battlefield, it did not break us. 10 years ago, Chief Elise met with representatives of the Desert Rangers to discuss terms of what would become the Ranger Unification Treaty. The treaty was more than a resolution to welcome the Desert Rangers into the Republic. It was a covenant to protect Southern Nevada against Caesar's Legion and the tyranny of his regime. There are some back home who ask me, but who are we protecting? What does Nevada to us? Sometimes we forget that the light of our society shines beyond our borders. Sometimes we take those privileges for granted that our forebears fought so hard to achieve. We must always remember that wherever Californians stand, we carry our principles with us. Equal respect, representation, and protection under the laws of a just republic. This was the same fire that burned in the heart of the old world that preceded us. When the Republic called on the men and women of California to carry that fire across the Mojave, Jeremy Watson answered. You answered. Together you carried the weight. And when PFC Watson's platoon came under attack at Forlorn Hope, he took the greatest risk. Not only for his fellow Californians, but for California itself. He was prepared to make the most noble of sacrifices to defend the principles of our republic, even here, on Nevada soil. His actions are a beacon to all of us who stand here today in tribute to his valor. Private First Class Jeremy Watson, on behalf of the Senate and people of the new California Republic, it is my honor to present you with the Star of Sierra Madre. Not far from this spot, a monument stands as a tribute to the sacrifice made by those who came before us. The men and women who fulfilled the promise we made to the Desert Rangers. Its back is inscribed with the names of the troopers and rangers who carried the weight. And because they made the most noble of sacrifices, it did not break us. 4 years ago, we held this dam. 4 years ago, we carried the weight. 4 years ago, we drew a line through the Mojave as clear as the Colorado River. A line that Caesar cannot cross. Today, you stand here with our brothers and sisters to hold that line. Today, you honor all Californians by carrying that weight. Today, you are the waves of the Pacific, pushing ever eastward. You are the sequoias rising from the Sierra Nevadas, defiant and enduring. You are the great western light of California, torchbearers in the darkness, living reminders of all that is best in our republic. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. What the hell are you waiting for? You think I want to get shot? Let's go.
Indeed, the morale around the NCR will be boosted after this. Afterward, the president will be walked back over to Bear Force 1 and leave the dam. And we never see President Kimball again, because he probably fucking killed himself. Some people may have overlooked how controversial these quest lines are due to it not reflecting real people. I think they are some of the most exciting missions in the game. The topic may be taboo, but many have no problem with fictional depictions, myself included. Though New Vegas may not have received much blowback from these stories, I still look at the series of quests as some of the most controversial content in the Fallout series. Fallout is no stranger to dark and upsetting themes, but political assassination is a different kind of dark. I like the inclusion of this plotline as it shows no matter how far removed we get from events like the Great War, which many blame, of course, politicians for, hundreds of years later, humans would still resort to such methods to win wars. Wars that got them into the hellscape they call home. War that never changes. Thank you for watching my video about Kimball's excellent adventure. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Fallout content. That helps the channel out a lot. I want to thank my patrons and YouTube channel members. You help me out big time. I'm very grateful for the support. Special thanks to my biggest supporters, Kim Jong-un, Mark Train, Irwin, Your Typical Redneck, Fire Flare, Primark Mustard, James Starkey, and Corbin King. You guys really toast my butter. If you want to see your names in these credits, check out the links below for the Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Thanks again. I will catch you on the next one. It has been Mantis.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. You gon' touch the sky, baby girl. Testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die.